TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with a global reach. I'm your host of In the Room, and this segment of In the Room is called Sports Talk, where you get to see segments, just a doggone minute from Jeremiah Watts, Outside the Box with T-Rex, and Marc's Rant on TAN TV, the African American Network. Sports Talk, y'all. Come on in.
My name is Jeremiah Watts, better known as Drone, on the $2 Sports Talk Show, where we just talk sports. And we just shoot the breeze like you in the barbershop, just talking sports. And we tell it like it is, and that's all we do. And my segment here on TAN TV, In the Room Sports, is just a doggone minute. And I say, basically saying, hold up, this is out of bounds. We got to do something different. And I talk about it on TAN TV, the African American Network, a local feel with a global reach.
If you're senior here, retired military. My segment is Everything is Outside the Box with T-Rex. We own sports and we talk a lot of sports, but sometimes you just got to bring in something outside the box. And my outside the box is current Vance. Here on TAN TV, we have a local feel and a global reach. We reach everybody, and I talk about everything out of the sky. So when you got time, you should make time. Tune in to TAN TV, the African American Network.
Everyone, I'm Phil Townsend, co-host of In the Room with Vance, Bradford. Be sure to tune in to Sports Talk on TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with a global reach. And if you want to know the truth and what's happening in the world of sports, listen to what I have to say.
Bring the fellas on in, producer. What's up, Phil? What's up, Terry?
What's up? What's up?
Jeremiah?
What's going on?
What's up, Marc?
Did I not do a promo?
Yeah, you did.
You did.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Marc, you know your promo got to be bad if it didn't get on.
Yeah, man.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Marc Howard with TAN TV. That's the African American Network, where they have a local feel and a global reach. Tune in to Sports Talk In the Room, where it's Marc's Rant, where I let him have it on what I feel about what's going on, whether it be sports or something political out in the world here, all right? Every week, In the Room on TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach.
See,
Marc,
it was there.
Marc, did you have that plan, man, where you could come in solo? You and Laura had that plan, dog?
No, not at all. But hey, we'll roll with it.
Somehow you always come with the spotlight, brother. You always seem to shine. What's up, fellas?
I had the beard then too.
What's happening?
Yeah, you was next scruffy, but it was cool. It just gave you that rugged look, man. So how was everybody's Memorial Day, y'all?
It was all right.
It was
I didn't do nothing special.
Cool.
It was good.
It was good?
It was good. Yeah, it was cool. I was living in above ground, so it was good.
Yeah, that's for sure.
We sure gonna be
Wow.
blessed. But let me get it started, y'all. Let's welcome everybody to TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach, y'all. It's not Monday night, but Monday night was a holiday, and then we decided to bring the show on Tuesday, and we hope everyone had a safe travels if you traveled this Memorial Day, and also if you honored some veterans. And we do want to say to all the veterans, even in the future and the ones in the past, man, we thank for all your service, and especially the ones that gave the ultimate sacrifice, their lives, man. So sure. Big thing, yeah, T. So, fellas, man, let's jump into these finals, but not yet. Before we get to the finals, man. First of all, Terry, I guess we gotta give a nod to the trio, the Marc, Phil, and Jeremiah. the Celtics did outlast. That's about all they did. They outlast
That's for sure.
Jimmy Butler. The Celtics team
You said that's
outlasted.
about all they did.
They outlasted Jimmy Butler and
Yeah, but Jimmy, he was
going on
having
to
a
the
great game.
finals. So anyway, Terry, I'm gonna let you start so we can get since we're the losers. I'll let you go ahead and then we'll let the victors give us their synopsis on that seventh game in Miami.
I was a little let down. When Boston made that run and caught back up. I was a little let down, but I kind of understood it because you got to give your hats off. They played some good defense, and they shut everybody down but Jimmy. Mr. Butler was trying to sing that beer commercial, but he just didn't have enough back people to help him get it down. So they're going to address that on the offseason. My hat's off also definitely to the Celtics for winning that. But their job is just starting this time. They got some beef. They got some people that can play some offense, not just one or two players. So they got to handle them people. But my hats off go to the Celtics. They did a good job.
Okay, we're good. Now I'm gonna turn it over. I'm gonna turn it over to my Boston victors. Mark, I'm gonna let you get started, man. You go ahead and give us a synopsis on that seventh game. How did it look to you, brother?
Well, I mean, it really was something I didn't want to admit to. My son was saying, but Boston seems to have a problem with playing better on the road than they do at home because they should have closed that out in Boston. I was disappointed in the fact that they didn't close that out, thinking that they were taking that step to becoming a true championship level quality team. You close that out, especially on your home court. I don't give a damn what you're going through. So I was disappointed in that.
Yeah.
But how they came out, I get Boston doesn't have that much in the tank. To be honest with you, I'm sorry, Miami doesn't, and they didn't take full advantage of it beforehand. And Miami came out great in Game 6, but still, in all, they should have closed that out. They had a chance, they couldn't do it, and but hats off that they did do it in Miami. So we'll see.
Okay, what do you say, Jeremiah?
Like I said earlier on $2 Sports Talk Show, it's Boston. They almost gave it away, and let's be real with it. Boston has a habit of in the middle of a game just choking or just letting the other team get back in the game. There's no reason why Miami should have been in this game because all they had was Jimmy Butler. They played Tyler Hero for a couple of minutes in the first half, but didn't play him again. So they didn't really have no shooters. That Miami didn't take advantage of Robert Williams being hurt. Robert Williams barely making it up the court, and you don't put Bam in the post and take advantage of him. So there was no reason why Miami should have been in this game, and that to me that's going to be the downfall of Boston come to this next series in the finals is that they have to be able to finish it out and do what they need to do.
All right. Co-host, shut it down for us on this Game 7.
Look, Miami had all the reason in the world to be in the game. You had two tired teams in the game. You had two teams that were so injured with key players that the games were literally abysmal. That they were. And then when you throw in the poor officiating, they were almost unwatchable. But I will say this, I have to give it to Boston just for being able to have the fortitude to hang in there. Now, I'm not shocked, I'm not surprised. I know you all probably are, given that there was only one panelist who weeks ago, before this whole Eastern Conference started, that said that Boston would come out of the East. And I literally got laughed off the stage. Not by everyone, but particularly Jeremiah Watts. So that's all I'm saying is that I'm not surprised that it ended up going the way it did.
I picked Boston at the beginning of the
See, there you go. Because hey, I was gonna say y'all jumped on the same
No,
wagon.
no, 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 no.
You had plenty of help now. But anyway,
Jeremiah don't argue with
let's, well, fellas, like I said, man. So Boston is going on to the finals. They will face the Golden State Warriors. And I'm getting ready to take a station break, and we'll come back and we're going to talk about the finals, y'all. Golden State Warriors versus
the
the
Boston
Boston
Celtics.
Celtics.
Okay, you having a hard time with that?
Yeah, I'm having a hard time with them Celtics in there. I sure am. But anyway,
You should,
if you just
you
tuned
should
in,
be
guys,
over it by
tuned
now.
in.
The team you was claiming the Bucks had been out. But go ahead. My bad.
TAN TV, the African American Network. Well, we have a local feel with a global reach, y'all. This is Sports Talk on a Tuesday night, y'all, and hopefully, y'all. I'm searching and seeing maybe somebody soon may pop in. We may have a special guest pop up, but right now, y'all, let's go into our first favorite segment of the night, and it's a segment that we call thinking outside the box with my main man T Rex. T Rex, man, what are you thinking about tonight, my brother?
Hey, well, hello, everybody. This is T Rex. I just want to talk about that school shooting because, I got grandkids that age and it's kind of frightening. And I really want to harp on that the lack of professionalism by the police department in that city. I won't name that city, but I'm sure everybody knows what it is. And thank God that one of the ladies happened to be married to we'll call him a special forces for the border uh, rescued her, some kids, and also eliminated the shooter. All the 911 calls talks about the kids could see the officers in the hallways, and they wasn't doing anything. And my whole thing on that is, you know, if Texas has this open carry law, then maybe they should take the teachers down there and teach them how to use a weapon because at least the kids would be safe and they'll be safe because obviously in some of those small cities they have law enforcement is uh, not up to standard. So I'm gonna go next to the one in Buffalo. That's just a hate crime, and I'm sure Phil or someone else will talk about that. But America, America, listen to me very closely. European Americans are not losing their status. They have the money. You don't have to go out and kill people of color because you think they're taking your position in politics. Listen to the news. I'm speaking slowly so you can understand. Listen to the news and you'll understand what your congressmen are doing to ensure that you, European Americans, stay in power in America. So there's no need to kill anyone. No need to kill anyone. My heart goes out to the parents of those children and to the family of those teachers. And I pray that everyone that's still in the hospital can recover in some side. And I also pray for the shooter's grandma who tried to stop him or at least warn the police that it was happening. Uh, I'm not going to go into it deep because it's really sad and pathetic. But your governor down there wants to give up everybody a gun, and he's giving the wrong people guns. So hey, what can you say? So Vance, this is T Rex. I'm outside the box in Texas. If you didn't know, now you know.
Thank you for that. Thinking outside the box with T Rex, and I'm sure the nation knows. And what, like I say, I'm gonna speak on it real briefly of the shootings and the the killing of the people and the children, the teachers, and those children in Uvalde, Texas, that just happened. Also, what went down in Buffalo, y'all. So, um, matter of fact, if we speak more about it, we're probably in free for all. But if not, I want everybody to tune in to TAN TV, the African American Network, Sunday, June the 5th, where once again, like Tan used to do when Black Lives Matters, the things that's going on, we're gonna have a conversation. and we're gonna bring in some prominent folks. We'll let you know. We got some judges, we got some police officers, and some regular folks is gonna come in and have a conversation on things that's going down. We need to talk, y'all. But more than that, we need to act. It's enough's enough. There should be some action. And these guys, we got to hold these lawmakers accountable, man. It's just terrific. Anyway, so we're gonna move on. But like I said, tune in this Sunday, June the 5th, at 7 p.m. Central Time on TAN TV for our conversation on police shootings and stuff like that. So not police shootings, but mass shootings. Let me take it back. And so thank you, Terry, on that commentary. And we're gonna move on, y'all. So, all right, fellas, let's get back to the hoops, man. This Thursday is the first game of the finals. Golden State, like I said, Golden State, Boston Celtics. Jeremiah Watts, talk to me, brother. How you see this series working out? You guys had, mentioned you specifically talking about the Celtics, how they almost gave this game up. You think this is going to give up the game 7 with Miami? How do you perceive them going into this finals? And what do you think they need to do to secure victory?
What I think Boston need to do?
Boston. We're talking Boston right now.
They just got to play good defense, and they got to score. Their role players have to score the ball. You're gonna have to score the ball, and it's up to their role players to get up and do what they need to do. And Doka got to coach his tail off. He has to coach his tail off. Udoka, whatever.
Oh, Udoka. I know who Ndoka
was. he has to coach his tail off, but they have to play physical. I think they're gonna have to play physical, and they're gonna have to score. They can't have those lapses where they're not scoring the ball.
Okay, Mark, you see some pointers that Jeremiah, you think?
I mean, it's really a
Boston
very deep, really a deep analyst. They have to play defense and score. Yeah. Pretty much everybody got to do.
You can't get no deep with it.
That's pretty much what everybody got to do when they play basketball.
Play defense and score. That was a good one, Mark.
Okay, yeah, here we go. That was pretty deep. I was waiting for more, Jeremiah.
That's why we got you there, Mark. You came right on there.
There's really nothing big you can do. That's what they got to do.
Well,
that's it.
I think what will be key is that their bigs have to come through and play well. Williams, who seems to have been a little dinged, I don't know what it was the last game. He seemed a little bit out of it. I don't know if he's injured or anything like that, or just mentally wasn't there.
Which Williams? They got two.
Robert Williams.
His knee is still messed up.
Okay, and then you got Horford, who I think will be a real problem. He'll be a real problem. I think even matchup wise, especially if you have Draymond. Draymond can't guard Al Horford, especially if he's knocking those threes down. Al Horford is taller. He can move. Draymond will probably get more physical about him, but I think that will be a problem. I think it'll be inside where it'll be the big difference between Boston and their defense. They will play it. Boston is very good defensively. That we don't have to worry about.
Okay.
And then Marcus Smart is going to do well. You know, Jeremiah, them Oklahoma State ball players can play.
Well, hey, let me bring in your.
That's how that was.
Let me bring in your illustrious alumni from Langston University. And see about them Celtics.
Look, as usual, you can expect someone that's been to Langston to come with the real deal. And Mark Howard just did that. This game is going to be decided by the bigs inside. And if Robert Williams is healthy enough to do it, because Al Horford, he'll be able to move and take and post Draymond down low. Believe it or not. But the real key is when he pulls Draymond out, he has enough handle to be able to get past Draymond. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But the real tried and true thing to this is going to be how much rest, real rest, Boston can get before game day and try to get a little more healthy in there during that time.
Okay, fellas, I appreciate that, man. Boy, I love it. Them Boston guys, they still look like it sounded like y'all might be hanging with them. If Robert Williams
hanging.
Well, I don't know about that hanging. I don't know about
okay,
that.
but hey Terry, but
Hanging.
what I'm gonna do, Terry, I'm gonna give you the opportunity. We gonna after this break and after the next voice after my station break, the next voice you're gonna hear is from our second favorite segment of the night and our host of the Two Dog Sports Show, doing his thing. And then after that, we're going to follow it up, Terry. We're going to jump over there to that West and let you give a little scenario. And then we're going to bring it together and let you talk about them Warriors first. But right now, y'all, you tune in to TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach. This is Sports Talk, y'all, on a Tuesday night. It's all good. And don't forget, y'all, June 5th, this June 5th, Sunday, June 5th, 7 p.m. Central Time. In the room with Vance Bradford and Phil Townsend, y'all. We're going to bring it, and we're going to talk about these mass shootings and some mental health and some things. So tune in. You'll see us. Okay, so now, y'all, we're going to jump into our second favorite segment of the night. It's a segment that we call Just a Doggone Minute. And it's hosted by the host of the Two Dog Sports Show out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, Mr. Jeremiah Watts. Jeremiah, talk to me today, baby.
All right, just a doggone minute. You know, I haven't really touched on the Deshaun Watson situation. And I've been doing it on purpose. But God be doggone. If we don't have number 23 come out today, we have a 23rd person that come out with a lawsuit. And they have text messages, they have information that's going on. And allegedly, they was wanting her to say good things about Deshaun Watson. And she, after she's seen the interview that they did and he wasn't trying to take any accountability or regrets, she decided to flip the script. And allegedly, what she said is that when she went to him the first time, this alleged freak wanted her to massage between his booty cheeks. What? For real? And
Get a
then
little
you
tense
get
up there, man.
And then you get upset when she don't do it. And then when she came back the second time, because she said she's giving him the benefit of the doubt. You know, maybe he just was on some or giving him the benefit of the doubt. She said she came back the second time and he wanted more things to take place. And, you know, we allegedly that the Houston Texans had something to do with this, but after a while, if it walked like a duck and it quacked like a duck, there's a duck somewhere around. And there is something somewhere around. And if this man has done the things that allegedly that they're saying that he's doing, allegedly what this latest 23rd victim said that he done, he don't need to play in the NFL no more. And the Cleveland Browns, as some dummies, just lost their money because he need to be banned from the NFL for life. And that's my opinion, and that's my thought. If it come out that this is true, this man should be banned from the NFL for life. And I don't just mean that for just him. I think all these ignorant men that's doing stuff that they ain't got no sense need to be banned. It's a privilege to play in the NFL. not a right. I don't care how talented you are. And I'll be doggone, I'm out.
So she was going to speak for Deshaun Watson, and when she saw the HBO special, she decided to go.
They was trying to convince her to say positive things about him.
Well, obviously they wasn't trying hard enough.
But then they said then his lawyers said, well, he has 2 women on his team, and they said he ain't never tried nothing. Do you actually think he's gonna try something with them? For real?
Okay.
So now there's allegedly there's text messages that came from him to them about certain things that he wanted done. So
is there anything illegal in the text message?
Yeah,
I get it if it could be inappropriate. Is there anything illegal?
You see, illegal. That's the good question, Mark. That's a very good question. I mean, massages, you do have muscles between your booty cheeks.
I don't know why we're here.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying we do, right?
But my thing is, if they're telling you not to do, if they saying no or don't do stuff or whatever, and you having an issue with it,
well, she could always walk out.
Okay, fellas.
I'm not saying.
I think. Hey, Mark, let's pick this up on that free throw.
I'm not going that far, but
we can keep it going because that's a situation, man. That just don't look good.
Now some things don't sound right that she said. Now there is some things that don't sound right.
Yeah.
So, you know, if he trying to rub between your legs, and you talking about I have to move away from him and still massage him, why you just didn't stop?
That's what I mean.
I mean, and again, if he did that, then that's definitely far inappropriate and tantamount to some real serious stuff. If he's done that, all right, from what you did.
Well, let's hold that for the free for all. We can bring that straight back up. But right now, y'all, let's move over to this the Western Conference champions, who now entered is the Golden State Warriors. So earlier we heard Marc, Phil, and Jeremiah speak on the Boston may need to do to become champions. So Terry, I'm gonna let you start out since you're a West Coast guy, and tell us what you think these Warriors need to do to put away the Boston Celtics.
Just be the Warriors. They got what? Clay, they got Steph, they got Wiggins. They even Mr. Green was shooting threes when he had to. So all they gotta do is play their game. I mean, no disrespect to Boston, but Boston haven't really played a lot of teams that have multiple talents. And when they did play Golden State last, one of the team players on the Boston team accidentally took Steph Curry out of the game by diving for a loose ball on his ankle. I'm not saying that's dirty. Diving for a loose ball is legal. I'm sure Mr. Curry just put his ankle in the way. But I don't think I'm just going to make a bold prediction before we even ask for bold prediction. I'm going to say 5 games, 4-1.
Guess, though, who weighed in about the airport.
Where'd that come from? Mm-hmm. Who got the airport?
5 games.
Sorry, sound came. That was my mistake.
Okay. Cool. So I'm saying it's going to be 5 games, and it's going to be 4-1 Golden State.
Okay, thank you for that. Okay, now I'm gonna give my fellas.
They can't stop them. They can't stop them.
I'm gonna give my fellas a chance. Co-host.
Did you say 4 to what?
4-1.
4-1. 5 games.
Warriors. Mm-hmm. Co-host, what do you say? And give us a prediction.
Well, I'm saying that the Warriors have a really nice season, championship caliber team. But I will tell you this, I will venture that Boston has yet to put together a good series. coming in after the initial thing. So my feeling is that Boston's a deeper team. I like Boston's height, and I'm going to go with Boston to win over the Warriors. Now, I will say this: I'd love for those old heads to win, but I'm going to go with Boston to win the series.
I like that. I like that. Mark, what you got?
I got Boston winning. Although I'm kind of still irritated at the fact that they didn't close out, so that I'm unimpressed by that. But the fact is that I'm going to say that I think Boston is still the better team. I think the matchups will favor Boston more so, and it's no disrespect to Steph Curry, and them. I think Klay Thompson's not the defender he was. He still really needs this year to get his legs up on him, if you know what I mean. Really trusted with the knee and that and everything. Draymond's tough there, but I think you got guys who are taller that are mobile just like he is, and they can offset, and they will force Draymond to have to guard as well. Yeah, I like Boston being the better team. I think that Boston has been tested. I don't know if y'all noticed the Eastern Conference, especially at the top, is tougher than the Western Conference now.
Okay, we'll hold that.
Miss-
Jeremiah, take us out, baby.
I got Golden State. I think Golden State just has too much firepower. People always say, "Well, Boston's been tested," but Golden State's been tested too.
Really?
You understand that their three leaders, four including Looney, has been to the finals and actually won it. So they've been tested too. So
who tested them, Jeremiah?
Boston
was it Memphis or Dallas?
No. I'm not talking about this in the playoffs this year. I'm talking about overall. They have the experience been tested. They know what defense have to deal with. They know what defense have to handle. They have insight that Boston never experienced. And then if you look at the three series that Boston has played, they has not played a team that has the firepower and the shooters that Golden State has. Not now. It wasn't not the Brooklyn series, not Milwaukee, and not Miami. They have not played a team that has four legitimate shooters that can come in the game on the floor every time.
Hold on.
So
who's got four legitimate shooters?
Yeah.
Well,
you got Poole.
Free for all.
Thank you, co-host. Thank you, co-host.
You got Poole.
Jeremiah.
That's a bunch of.
There
Okay.
Thank you,
Y'all
Jeremiah.
if y'all think so.
No, thank you, Jeremiah. We're gonna take it. We got some good free for all, man. We can because we got one more favorite segment to get in, and we definitely want to get it in because I want to see what he got to say tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you tune in to this is TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with a global reach, y'all. And this is sports talk, man. This is a good talk today, y'all. Woo! The playback is gonna be off the chain. So, but right now we're going to our third and final favorite segment of the night. And it's a segment that we call simply what we call Marc's Rants. Marc, what you ranting about tonight, player?
I want to write this down. Jordan Poole is a shit.
Okay.
I mean, okay.
They beat Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, but he worried about Jordan Poole. All right, okay. All right, never mind. I'm moving on. So
for real, you said Kyrie?
Oh, wait.
Kyrie can shoot better than Jordan Poole.
Whoa. Hey, Marc.
I pivot. I was about to have a Monique moment. And that's what I happen to be talking about here. You understand? So I'm gonna let you know, because we're gonna talk about something got exposed, something got put out to the front, watching Monique. And I want you to understand, I know a lot of comics, and I've been in this game for a long time. And I came to Monique is from Baltimore, just 50 miles from DC. And I've known Monique, and I know her all that deeply personal because we don't hang like that, but I know her and was coming up in the game. new in the game just like she was. And so I've been around. And through my time, I got to meet DL Hughley, and we've been cool. We worked together a little bit. And I know about them, and I'm not here to besmirch both of them, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say a lot of people got this twisted a little bit about with Monique, and what she did was completely out of pocket. This ain't the way it's supposed to go. And I'm going beyond, because a lot of people say, "Hey, look, you're getting your money, so what you worried about? When you go up?" There's a certain level of stature where people at a certain point. Yes, Vance, you promote shows, you know how this goes. To go on stage and try to dog the guy who's going on behind and create all that was about the childish, most ridiculous thing to do in a comedy show. And to do, especially with someone as popular as D.L. Hughley. Now, what was probably only thing that didn't make it the only bad thing was the fact that how our brothers and sisters in Detroit just ate all that up. We just love watching black folks just pile on each other and create such ignorance. Now, don't get it twisted, Vance. You know me, and I know the type of language I can use, but I can go there too, and will. But there's still a certain decorum. I say this: that comedy stage is ours. That's our sanctuary. It's supposed to be protected. Monique didn't protect it. She has some problems, and people keep talking about the stuff with her new husband. Don't blame him. He ain't nothing but a hanger on that's basically supporting whatever it is she want to do because they live in a nice house and they pay. You understand? So let's not worry about him. My whole thing was, and I'll say this much to you, it ain't never been, it ain't now, and I don't think it's ever going to be a way that Monique is the top biller on a comedy show over D.L. Hughley. Just ain't. Man, you can tell me if I'm wrong. I do know movie-wise, yes, she's got an Oscar. So if they do a movie together, yeah, Monique gonna probably get the higher billing, if she hadn't pissed off enough people. But if you're gonna go Oscar award-winning Monique, yes, of course. That's gonna go over that with D.L. Hughley. But if you listen to her rant, you're mad about because the person didn't want to let you go up at the end and headline. What does Oprah have to do with this? Steve Harvey, Tyler Perry, and even Lee Daniels, who you made up with publicly and supposed to be doing some work together, you threw their name in. So it's deeper than this. Folks, stop supporting this black on black hate, man. Stop supporting this, man. Yeah, we're comics, and don't get me wrong. This type of stuff, arguing backstage about who going on last, happens all the time. I mean, am I right, Vance?
Yes, sir.
It happens all the time. But nobody goes on stage and starts trying to mess up because you know what you're doing for that promoter. Give me another amen on this, Vance. For that promoter that promote the show, he or she is not going to appreciate you messing up the set for the feature for the top billing act and messing that up. That's messing with their money. But hey, it ain't a woman thing. It was not no woman thing doing anything that you crown that gender stuff. And I'm not saying women have it hard in this business and black women have it even harder. This had nothing to do with that. And so I look at it and say, neither one of them are angels. I'm not dissing either one of them. Neither one of them are angels. There's plenty of stuff you can say behind the scenes about them. They're not perfect people. But the way that was handled was poorly handled. Poorly handled.
Yeah. Marc, we want to thank you for that, brother. And with that, man, I do want to say one thing though. Most as far as headliners and promoters, is the one he feels and most of the time it's their decision who they want to headline their show. So if I'm promoting, that's my decision who I feel I want to headline my show, and in normal time it's stated in the contract. And then most of the time it's the one who sells the most tickets. Man, that's who you gonna want as a promoter to be your headline because those are the people most of the people come to see, but spend the money. But anyway,
and I can say too, what didn't happen, what could happen, they could have co-headlined. Somebody still got to go last. They ain't going at the same time. But at the end of the day, if my money I agreed to is there, I don't really care.
Exactly. I mean, you don't get no more bonus or no more brownie because you don't win last. But it's that. But Mark, I do agree. It shouldn't be public like that. We shouldn't go at each other in comics, man. And then, and as comedians, man, we definitely, it's hard to find work, man. It's hard to get that, for them to spend that money to spend that money on comics, man. So we just got to be smarter, y'all. And so anyway, with that.
That's the calmest rant. That's the calmest rant Mark ever had since we've been doing this. He was calm.
Comedy, man.
He didn't almost say a cuss word. He didn't do nothing.
It's comedy, man. It's comedy.
I did let you know there were parts in there where I would have inserted a curse word, but I did not.
He did say that.
You understand?
He did.
And I'm just gonna say, if y'all saw that whole thing that she did on stage there on YouTube, you see about 10, 12 minutes. The funniest thing she did was try to run across that stage. I'm trying to tell you that's about
it. We're in free for all, y'all. Free for all, Phil. We're in free. Let's rock.
So Jeremiah, Jordan Poole is a big time shooter. Okay. Who else?
He
stepped up.
He is one of their main shooters, their main scorers on their team.
All right.
He can go off and hit threes.
Yes, he can. Yes,
we know that. And
my thing with Golden State, and if Boston started putting that physical on them, Boston's defense now put that physical, but then Boston couldn't, they couldn't keep a lead with some non-shooting with just Jimmy Butler shooting.
Well, the X factor is the refs. The X factor for this series is going to be the refs. It's on how these refs call the game.
Exactly.
Yeah. But the whole point is that this is the Mike Tyson syndrome. Golden State ain't been punched in the mouth like they will be with.
Yeah,
Boston.
they have. Yeah, they.
No, they have. We'll punch them in the mouth, Terry.
Just look at it this way. They had a season. They had a season. They played the East team.
Terry, that's not the answer. Who punched them in the mouth? You said they got punched in the mouth. Who punched them in the mouth?
Can we agree that Boston have those moments where they just stop scoring?
All I'm saying is that
Golden State.
No, not like Boston. And Boston are choking the heart.
Hey, Jeremiah. So that 50 point.
That's what I'm going to say. Do I have to tell you about the 50 points?
Well, they was resting that game.
That happens. I said that a long time ago. That happens to the best of them. Where it's just there's a
50
night.
Points.
Hey, there are some nights to the best of them where it's just not your night. It don't matter what you do. It's just not your night.
They don't have four of them.
Oh, Phil, if it was up to you, you birthed yourself and then slapped your own self on the behind, then got yourself dressed and walked after baby ward, and then drove home
and shoot
and fix your own bottle and change your own diaper in 2 months.
Jeremiah, don't give him any ideas.
I did pull my mom to the tree so she could squeeze onto it.
But
all I'm saying about this series thing, Boston play good defense. Boston can't play great defense against all those shooters.
No.
All those shooters.
Boston is a great defensive team.
Yes, they are great because they can switch all five.
But they're not going to be a great scoring team. They only got Tatum and that other guy. They're not a great scoring team. So if they get behind, it's over.
Did you happen to see Marcus Smart?
If this game goes 7, if this series happened to go 7 games, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
I think
that's a
it
wrap.
will
They
go 6 or 7.
they going back.
They
Going
going seven.
that seventh
They
game
going
is going to be
past
back
5.
in Golden State. It's going to be a
The
wrap.
longer
It's
the
gonna be a
series
wrap.
goes, the worse it's going to be for Golden State.
Well, first of all,
It's
Boston's still tired. Boston's still tired. They ain't rested up
tired.
yet good.
Tired of what? Yeah, I mean they got tested.
Yeah, that's what he got. He got on his Boston green tonight, Larry. Yeah, that's what he got on his Boston green.
Look,
I'm not going to argue with you guys. All I'm going to say is this.
I want to get on another topic when we get
before you do that, Phil, real quick, since L-Dub is on there, I want to shout out to my man Larry. I was in Houston with my son. He took care of us, he and his wife and his kids, man. They were very good with me and my son while my son was out there training with his son. He decided he wants to go pro. So we talking with Larry, who's an agent, and saw him and took a look. So definitely, we got that Southern hospitality.
So is this when you didn't want to stop and visit Vance and myself?
Man, I look at San Antonio, my son got scared. My son got scared.
Phil.
It was like a scary movie around
Every
here.
time I hear from Marc was on the other side of San Antonio. I forgot. But I'm 800 miles down the road.
Hey, I'm gonna say it for real, and I'm gonna throw my son under this on it, but it's real. My son does not like to travel. My son does not like to travel, man. And stopping, he just was not. He was not trying. Every time I stopped, he was hot.
Hold on, Larry, for real, Larry.
Yeah,
I know. Larry, what kind of
Larry? Boston is Kobe and Warriors are Allen. For real.
Yeah. Larry got some good drinks over at the house. I think he's been dipping. He's been dipping.
Oh
He's
man.
been dipping.
But fellas, though, as far as that game, man, let's check this first one out Thursday, and then we'll regroup on Monday, man, and see what's that. We'll have two Thursday and Sunday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll have two games in.
Thursday, Sunday, not Thursday. Yeah, Sunday. Because
Sunday. You know that finals, they give them like 3 or 4 days in between games.
Well, they want the track, especially for Sunday. They want that Sunday game.
Yeah. And it's going to be 2-0 after Sunday.
And go ahead, Phil. Go ahead. I know you want to say something.
No, I'm going to jump on that massage topic.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Look,
go ahead.
I'm going to only go because I can tell that the good Reverend Jeremiah Watts has literally only read about massage parlors.
Hey! The massage parlor that I went to. They wasn't trying to grow up my booty cheeks. So I don't know which one you be going to, Phil. They ain't trying to go between my booty cheeks and massage in between my booty cheeks. I don't know
if you got a cramp up in there, Jeremiah,
you happen to notice that he asked. So when so many of these people go to massage parlors,
no, he didn't ask. He told her.
But she could have stopped.
Where to massage?
Look, she can say told. The point is, it became out in a question. And
nowadays, Phil, that is called sexual harassment. I know you ain't worked a regular job in 35 years, but now that's called sexual harassment.
I ain't trying to be cold about
you touching my body. How's that harassment?
Here's what I'm going to show you.
I ain't touching her body. She touching my body.
Wrong, Jeremiah.
She said that he was trying to. He tried to go between her legs. So
here's what I'm going to show you.
He probably caught a cramp in his arm.
That there's a difference between working at a daycare center and a daycare center. You see. And the thing is that he when you say he told her, that's an implied thing that he forced something.
That is called sexual harassment. If that is not the norm, that is not the normal thing. That is called sexual harassment.
But it sounded like he asked her to sexually harass him.
Jeremiah, you cannot say that. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. When he went to that parlor, look, I'm going to tell you, because I know a lot of people that go. And I will tell you this, when you go to certain ones, especially if you're paying money, you are going there with a certain level of expectation on the ask. On the ask. That ask can be denied, but the ask is something that happens all the time, Jeremiah.
Yeah.
But you also heard what I said, Phil. I said later on. I said if it found out that was true what he did, if he did stuff wrong, I said he should be out the league. That's why I said allegedly. But then I also said, Phil, I said it sounds sort of fishy that
I heard that
he trying to grab you, and instead of you stopping, you gonna just poke your behind out so he can't touch you and still massage you. Something is wrong with that picture right there.
Well,
sounds like she's very professional.
Yeah, Jeremiah, see, I can see right now that this type of internet learning with you, Jeremiah, is going to work. So we're literally going to have to get you into a parlor so you can understand.
Well, Phil, I'm just trying to tell you what happened in 1950. It's called sexual harassment in 2022.
Jeremiah, harassment is if you ask
whether you in a massage parlor or whether you in a business suit, it's sexual harassment.
Sexual harassment has to have the word no first. If she said no, he continued, then it's sexual harassment.
Well, let me ask you
you don't have to say. She don't have to say no.
Not that, Terry.
She don't have to say no. If he just do that and she feel offended, she can file sexual harassment charges.
Hold on, Phil. Let me ask you one question, Jeremiah. Did she get paid?
It don't matter.
That doesn't matter. People get sexual harassment on the job. They get their paycheck.
If she'd have walked out, she wouldn't have got paid, would she?
Let me ask you this, because see,
Terry,
what's missing from your whole thing, Jeremiah?
Terry, you going to jail?
There's expectation on both sides.
You gonna put some money on my.
Hey, Phil. I'm just reading what's in the message, and I said that if allegedly what they saying happened,
Jeremiah,
and they got text messages.
I understand you're reading.
Oh, he asked in the text message to massage your booty crack.
You're focusing on the ask. Now the ask comes from that other party that you're talking about. You see, it's not like the ask just comes from Deshaun Watson.
It wasn't, but allegedly it wasn't that type of massage parlor.
I'm not talking about his case specific. I'm not talking about his case specific. So all I'm telling you is let's not act like any of this sexual harassment talk goes one direction.
Yeah.
If you want to
I just got a question, Jeremiah. The text message, was it between her and him, between her and the football player?
Or
was it just something she texted her girlfriend?
This is one of the things that she said. She said when the plaintiff tried to massage his legs, Watson became aggressive and demanded that she only massage his buttocks and made her massage that area.
So
he repeatedly requested that plaintiff have sex with him, telling her that there was a condom in his bag, according to the petition. That is sexual harassment.
My question is, who is she sending the text message to? Who she sending the text message to?
He texted her.
I'm looking for the fourth part, Jeremiah, because he was aggressive when he requested.
Then it said he proceeded to touch her between her legs, forcing her to massage from a distance away from him to avoid being groped.
Okay. That's all I was asking for.
Now, look, I'm gonna say this, and people will take it like as if it's being harsh or anything like that. But I just have a hard time. I'm not in their situation, but just understand this. I have a hard time seeing where you, as a female or whoever, feeling that him continuously doing this means that you have to stand there and take that. Not in this day and age.
That's what I'm talking.
I don't get it either.
And their whole statement was they were happy that they were going to have him, and this was going to do for their career. I get that. A high profile and word of mouth get you on the next level. I get that. But if you go into not doing what he says, that somehow is going to ruin you. And I get people will put bad press out, but they won't put bad. They'll put bad press out out on you for anything. You can just basically fart. I mean, I'm not saying something crazy, but just have a different political view in it, and they'll put bad press on you. And I'm not unempathetic, ladies and women that's listening. I'm not unempathetic. This man was doing all the stuff that I honestly said I thought the timing of it made all of this very suspicious, and the fact that the grand jury did not vote to indict, and that's usually the easiest thing you can get, and that wasn't there. It raises the point where I felt like this whole thing was a setup because the football team the Texans were mad because he didn't want to come back and sign. So that's where I feel that is. We've all been in this situation. We've talked in advance all of that. You know how I feel about as far as anybody that's doing anything rape or anything inappropriate to a woman, then string them up. Damn jail. But the thing is that I'm just looking at a point where don't tell me you backed off and you kept on going with the massage.
Okay, and that's what I was saying.
I got a question, Jeremiah. I got a question, Jeremiah.
Hey, fellas, let's wrap this up real quick, though. Yeah,
somebody, ladies, I don't mean to be mean, but you're going to have to help me understand that.
Yeah, we'll move on this because this conversation, man, I sure don't want to end it with a Deshaun booty massage. So let's
the gluteus maximus feels part of the body massage, right, Phil?
Yeah. But real quick, because it's just about time for us to wrap this up. So, fellas, we're getting ready to move into the first game. So let's talk about this first game. Let's pick the first game winner, and we're gonna take it on out. And let's start with you, Terry. Who you think, Warriors?
Warriors 100 plus 80 minus.
What?
I believe that Boston might score 80 points in the first game or less.
Okay. What do you say, Jeremiah?
I got Golden State by 10.
By 10. Mark?
Because of the difference in the layoff from that, last game I'm going to give game one to Golden State. Usually the team coming in off of a win last usually comes in a little bit more fresher, and the team that sat longer is a little stale. But I'm going to say because of the time difference that I think that's going to be to the advantage for Golden State at home. So I'm going to say that. But they're going to split because we're going to be back in between it. They're going to split. It will be 1-1 when we do this show again.
Okay.
You write that down, Phil.
No, I don't have to write it down because
Phil agrees. Phil agrees.
Right on point. The thing is that I'm just saying that Boston, normally I would go like Mark said, them coming in being the fresher played team, but because they've gone through such a fatigue-filled series with injuries and recuperating from the injuries. This is why you could see where Golden State should have a decided advantage in this game. I'm not saying Golden State's going to win it, but I will agree with Mark that they will not come out of their Golden State 2-0. Boston will get a game.
Okay. And I'm going to tell you this too much. They could win game one.
And Boston could win both games.
Boston could win game one. Simply because, and I'm not saying Golden State does play defense. They're underrated defensively, but they don't play defense like Miami. And it may end up feeling like or Milwaukee. Milwaukee plays defense. It may come out there feeling like, oh, these guys ain't guarding nobody at all compared to what they
about the West Coast all the time.
But the thing is, Green is supposed to try to make a super effort because he's going against Marcus Smart, who was named Defensive Player of the Year. And my thing is, Green is going to have to watch his attitude and his forcefulness in this series because it can get the best of him.
And I think the
he needs to hang that bottom lip up.
the biggest difference between the two teams is the bench, and I think Golden State has a better bench.
What?
I think they have a better bench as far as scores. Scores.
Okay.
We'll see.
Well, I tell you what, though, if Boston come out there playing, like they have any kind of drag. I know, Larry, you got Boston.
And if Looney been playing like he been playing, it ain't gonna be no cable. Looney has been balling.
Looney had one game where he scored 20.
No. I'm not talking about points wise. I'm talking about hitting the boards and on defense. Looney has been balling.
You have to be Looney to be thinking that's going to factor in.
Well,
someone getting 20 boards, offensive boards. Come on.
He will not get them 20 boards. He will not get them 20 boards.
And let me tell y'all something.
Williams is hurt. His knee is hurt. He ain't healthy.
You guys are forgetting that Warriors got that experience, man. That experience.
That's true.
That's the biggest thing.
I'm telling you, it's going to mean.
Just want to be more
pressure.
That are saying that it will at the very least be a split by the time we come back. If
Boston don't come to play that first game,
it's going to be blowout.
It's going to be. Warriors going to take two of them. They can't.
I would say to you that Golden State has the experience. They got players who are experienced being in the championship. You're right. When's the last time they've been?
It don't matter, dog. It's still relevant.
When's the last time Boston been there? When's the last time these players been this far?
No, none of them have been there. We know that. I get that.
That's no experience.
What I'm saying to you is Golden State ain't coming in fresh off of you being in the. They're getting back and feeling like, oh, I'm getting back. So there's going to be a little newness to them. Not a whole lot. Not to win the Boston. But let's just don't act like they routinely been going to the championship.
We will see.
Yeah. Now, but if Golden State don't hold up physically, then it's a wrap. It's because we see by Boston can play through injuries.
I told you already, it's the Mike Tyson syndrome. When they get punched, and Boston's going to come with the physical.
Right. Yeah. No, that's true. That's stuff. But Golden State
and I'm gonna tell you this much.
Clay ain't gonna tell you.
I'm gonna tell you this much. Steph Curry got to guard Marcus Smart.
Okay.
Come on, now.
Marcus Smart can put buckets in the back. I told you before, the basketball players from OSU can play.
On that note,
we out of here. On that note, I'm gonna go ahead and bring Jam and Jay Lamont in, y'all. It's been a great evening of sports talk. Until we see y'all next Monday, y'all. We're gonna be back next Monday.
Somebody get Jeremiah a massage.
And we're gonna see if it's gonna be a split by
I
the end.
pass on that one.
Oh, 2-0, y'all. But we out of here, y'all. Have fun. It's TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel in the global reach. It's Sports Talk, y'all. Co-host.
Yes, sir.
Great night, man.
Yeah. I was trying to speed you up so I could do my time.
You know what, though? But the main thing, though, is when they tune in this Sunday, June the 5th, they're going to see you do your thing, man. So, and my bad, brother. It's, you know how fellas, man, get to talking and stuff, man. So.
Well, you know, the interesting part is, man, is that, oh, my God, when I tell you I have so many avenues and things to talk and do.
It's going to be great, man. That's going to be, like I said, June the 5th is our first one, our first conversation, man. And, man, I just think we just going to have to keep it.
June the 5th is the show with all the people.
Right. What I'm talking about.
I only saw like 4 people on the list.
That's all.
Okay. So that's
good, right? Yeah. So we'll have, but matter of fact, we'll probably have some, we know we are. And
I just wondered, you know, I remember the time when I had mentioned about the city council?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And it's funny because here's the significance in that. Is that
you know, we're still live.
Oh. Well, if we're still alive, I'll tell my story.
Go ahead. We still live. Let it run, Lord. Let it run.
No, there's a look. No, because it's probably going to be the abbreviated version is probably 10 minutes. And I don't have that. Yeah, I mean, look, I could do it, Okay. Matter of fact, I could give you a quick little run if you want something.
Can we let him do it here at the end, man? This will be a good tag at the end.
No, we're gonna let the producer go. It's time for the producer to take it on home. No, Vance, let's go ahead and call it a day.
She said yes. If you want to do it, we good.
Okay, I'll do something.
Yeah, and then we can use this as we can chop it up. You live right now though on TAN TV, the African American Network, where my co-host got a few words for y'all. So I'm gonna sit back and turn it over to Mr. Philip Townsend.
Hi everyone, I'm Phil Townsend, and I just want to talk a little bit about monsters. The reason I'm going to talk about monsters, especially when we aren't affiliated with Halloween or anything of that nature, is because I want to talk about the representation that you have. I'm going to start with Texas and Governor Greg Abbott. It's amazing how they talk about people being demonic and just literally insane, going out and killing these people, doing all the things that they're doing. Now, I don't know about you, but this 18-year-old that just shot up the young kids in Uvalde, he was able to get an assault weapon because of the actions behind the monster that Greg Abbott is. Now, I don't want to just lend this to Greg Abbott. You have Ted Cruz. He's the monster too, because he sets up and tells the lie that all of this is based on mental health and locking down schools. Well, look, we know good and well the FBI report goes to show you that less than 25% of people that are involved in these mass shootings are have known mental health issues. So they need to stop it with that. Reinforcing doors, doing things of that nature in the school, arming people. I'm not saying anything, but did we not see school police there? Did we not see 19 armed people in a hallway? And what did that do? Nothing. But let me get back to some other monsters in Texas. John Cornyn. Let me get to some other monsters. Rafael Cruz. Let me get to another monster. John Paxton. You know why these guys are monsters? Because they don't care one bit about their constituency. How can you set up and have kids just get killed and then you show up either through video or in a live performance, as in Ted Cruz, at an NRA conference? I want you to think about that. Ted Cruz showed up at a live NRA convention. And this is the funny part. Greg Abbott was going to be there. I'm not here to stump for Beto O'Rourke, but here's a guy that was in another state, canceled his campaign, flew back to Uvalde to deal with the citizens. What did Abbott do? The very day these people are slaughtered, he's at a fundraiser. Did not even take the time to suspend his campaign. Then what does he do? He makes a video touting the importance of being able to go out and kill kids. Yeah, that's what he did by sanctioning the NRA platform. You know, I have to tell you, I hate this when people talk about good people. Now I'm going to jump this on to the national level. Because when I hear people say good people, oh, you got Mitt Romney, you got Susan Collins, you got Lisa Murkowski. Those aren't good people. Those very same people are the same Republicans that vote down every reform act that comes up, sensible gun laws. They voted down. Show me where they're good people. If they were good people, right now there wouldn't have to be 5 Democrats and 5 Republicans sitting up here going back and forth as to what's sensible gun law. Everyone knows that giving teachers guns, and then this Ted Cruz, think about it. This dude is extremely intelligent to be such an idiot. One way in, you can't even get a supermarket to have just one door open. I mean, how stupid can you get that you're going to have just one door available for kids? I think he needs to check with the fire department before he comes up with some stupid stuff like that again. But all of these people, they want to set up and talk about how much they love their kids, how much they love the constituency. You know, and then when you see them throw God into it, those of you that know me know I'm not a religious guy, but yeah, you know what? I can see God in this. The God I see is, God damn it, when are you going to get some sense and stop killing these kids? That's the God I see. And it's all because these people want power. They are afraid to vote. Now, I know some people are going to take this the wrong way, but I can sit up here and tell you right now, I can solve this whole issue of sensible gun law. I can have it done as fast as it will pass through the legislature, as fast as it will pass through Congress. See, because there is such systemic, I'm going to take this to the systemic racism level, because we're a country of such systemic racism that when we see Black and brown people in economically deprived neighborhoods, when we see them killing each other, then, hey, that's over there. It's not coming here. Ted Cruz, even though it happened in Uvalde and he's in the San Antonio area, he's saying it's not coming to his kids. Not here. It's not happening. See, the thing is that until, and I'm not advocating any kind of violence anywhere, until these legislators feel your pain, they will continue to watch your babies die. See, Lindsey Graham, Mitch McConnell, I guarantee you, if somebody starts killing off their loved ones, don't kill off the spouses. Because if you kill off the spouses, now you're set up and brought the mistresses in, and they're just going to be pissed. So whatever you do, vote these people out. And I'm going to tell you right now, people, here's the one thing that's so sad about this. I talked about the monsters that are truly there. These are monsters that are deliberately being the monsters that they are. They are deliberately doing this. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that you as a parent of a child, you as a parent, as even in Uvalde, that's seen some other kids murdered, that you would take it up on yourself to say enough is enough. And you are that an unintentional monster that keep voting these people in. Why are you doing it? Stop voting these people in that are willing to kill your kids. They turn down everything. Get them out. Vote them out. It sickens me that people that had first-hand sight of the thing that went on in Uvalde, even on the school grounds, saying, well, I'm not giving up my Second Amendment rights. Stupid, this has nothing to do with Second Amendment rights. Nobody's taking away your guns. Anytime an 18-year-old cannot buy a handgun, but he can go and buy an assault weapon, there is something wrong. Greg Abbott told a lie, saying, well, you know, for the last 161 years or whatever, the young people have been able to buy long rifles in Texas. Sorry, Greg, that won't fly because everybody knows that the assault ban of 94 put in place with the whole part of that crime bill with Bill Clinton, I believe, and expired under George W. Bush's watch in Congress. Then you have all of these assault weapons out now. Prior to that, we didn't have this mass proliferation of violence with assault weapons. But now, because there are so many out, it's there. And so all I'm saying is let's do the right thing, get this cleaned up. And the only way that you can get this cleaned up is to get some people cleaned out. So with that, I'll say, let's get the right people in and vote these guys out. Thank you.
And with that, y'all, we're going to call it a night. You've been watching TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach. And we're just getting started, y'all. Phil, I want to thank you for that commentary, brother. And like I said, you guys tune in to TAN TV June the 5th, Sunday, live for our first conversation of a series of conversations of what's going on that we got to continue, man. We got to continue to talk, but more than that, we got to walk the walk, and we got to start holding these lawmakers accountable, y'all. And our power is to vote. Go ahead, Phil.
If I could just say one more thing. I watched Greg Abbott sit up there and tell people, we're going to get you all the mental health care you can get to everybody in Uvalde, not just today, not just tomorrow, but not just next year. We're going to get everybody. We've got all the mental health resources to help you out. No, you don't. This man sat up there and lied to everybody. In April, this guy slashed $211 million off of the mental health budget. This is how much Greg Abbott cares about mental health in Texas. And because of that, think about it. Texas ranks 50th in mental health care in the country, 50 out of all the states, and you still slash $211 million off the budget? This man doesn't care about you. This guy is just power hungry. Vote his ass out.
And with that, we're gone. Ladies and gentlemen, TAN TV, we're just getting started.